These are macadamia nuts, and this is macadamia tree planted here by my dad several years ago, over 20 years ago. And I want to say something about macadamia and something that happened that changed everything about macadamia in this place, and learn something, a concept about value. When I was growing up here, the macadamia were just some nuts that were eaten by boys. I'm not sure there were mature men who were eating macadamia, because how do you pick a nut as an adult and look for a stone, crack the macadamia and eat? I never saw my father or mother eat them. But as I was coming back, I found now my father had planted the macadamia, and they had now become a delicacy. I think the Chinese were buying macadamia, and it was a surprise in 2017 when we came that the macadamia that used to cost maybe 10 bob or even 5 bob, and they were given free by some people, were now costing 200 shillings per kilo. That was something new. And I remember one time we sold macadamia and we got over 25,000 shillings. And that helped us to pay school fees for our children. God supplies to our needs according to his riches in glory through anything, and to him be all the glory. Now think about the story of Paul writing to Philemon about Onesimus. And he says something about Onesimus, that he was useless before, but after Paul had witnessed to him and he had believed in the Lord, he had become useful not only to him, Paul says, to Philemon. And that is the value that the gospel adds to us. We were useless, reckless, hopeless, purposeless before Christ came in. But when he came in, we became useful, purposeful, focused, fruitful. We became people who were not only important and fruitful in the kingdom, but also to ourselves. And that is the kind of value that Jesus continues adding to us, so that we are more valuable now as we continue following the gospel and preaching the gospel and living the gospel than we were a year ago. And we continue adding value. And this is the God who adds value to us. Just like the Chinese came in, I think after research, it was shown that macadamia is a very of high nutritional value to the human life. Are you adding value also to other people through preaching the gospel? Go add value to others by preaching this gospel, because people will remain useless, purposeless, clueless without the gospel. But when the gospel comes, everything changes to the glory of God. Amen.